Jewish Assembly. Michael, it's good to have you with us this hour. We just heard those comments there from the Prime Minister talking about how scared people are. How do you feel in this moment?
Good morning from the United Kingdom. Thank you for having me on. This is an extremely worrying time for British Jews in the UK. We are facing, unfortunately, a massive rise in violent attacks. We've seen over the last few weeks, not just yesterday's stabbing incident, but also a variety of arson attacks on synagogues and other Jewish sites. And many Jews are really starting to question whether they are safe in the UK on the streets of Britain, and extremely concerning for all of us. So we're calling on the government to take firm action. We see after every incident that there's more platitudes, that the government put out further statements, and that everyone tries to invest more money in stopping these attacks happening. But the way to do that is prevention, is to tackle the ideology at the root cause of this violence, which is extremist Islamism, which we're seeing on the rise of the streets in the UK. And so we're really calling on the government to take firm action to combat that. That includes prescribing the IRGC, the Iranian regime, the violent anti-Semitic racist Iranian regime, which we see is perpetrating terror across the world. We're calling on our government to urgently prescribe them and the Muslim Brotherhood. In fact, the organization which I'm representing, the National Jewish Assembly, has been running a campaign to do just that. We've been engaging with senior politicians and held a briefing in the House of Lords. But now is the time to take that action and to ensure that Jews are really feel safe on the streets of the UK, which at the moment, unfortunately, we don't.
How effective do you believe that action can be, and how quickly do you think it can have an impact? As you noted, the platitudes, even this pledge of the equivalent of $34 million, it seems like that is falling flat when it comes to the promises in your eyes.
Well, obviously, we appreciate all extra funding, and the police have been extremely good at supporting the Jewish community, extremely quick to respond. We've seen a very big police presence outside of Jewish sites, which is of course appreciated, because when we see the authorities standing up for us, it does give us confidence in the UK taking action to protect the important Jewish community that's there. But this is not an overnight solution. This can't be solved quickly. It's a systematic problem, which is that anti-Semitism, racism has been tolerated in the UK and across the world for far too long. We've seen that in our education system. We've seen that in our health service. We've seen that with the hate marches which have taken place on the streets of London for over 2 years, which have been essentially calling for this type of violence to take place. Slogans have been accepted, such as "globalize the Intifada." That slogan is calling for the exact violence that we are seeing repeatedly on the streets of Britain. And so the way to tackle it is to take a firm stance against these type of things. But as I say to you, unfortunately, that's not an overnight solution, and we have to tackle the root cause of the ideology which is perpetrating these attacks.
Yeah, and we have to continue to talk about it. We only have about 30 seconds left, but I know you've said anti-Semitism, the rise that we're seeing in anti-Semitism, this does not just impact the Jewish community. There is a broader ripple effect. Just walk us through that very quickly.
That is, of course, correct. Once we see attacks on Jews, it doesn't end with Jews. It might start with the Jews, but it doesn't end with the Jews. We see that anti-Semitism is a form of racism, and racism will continue to affect all communities in the UK. I'm very glad to say that we have support from so many different groups across the UK who are in regular contact with us, expressing their sympathies and support for the UK Jewish community. But people, ordinary people, non-Jewish people in the UK have to start to accept that if they don't work to tackle anti-Semitism, then unfortunately the same racism which is currently targeting Jews will only come on to target other communities shortly. And so firm action must be taken, and that must happen as soon as possible, because unfortunately these attacks are becoming ever more frequent, and they must be stopped. We must go back to the tolerant, freedom-loving United Kingdom, which we are all used to and which we all are living in and appreciate living in.
Yeah, Michael Rowe, appreciate you taking the time to join us. Thank you.
Thank you.